this episode of Finnegan's Garage. Not working on the caddy, and you'll notice there's a big piece of game over missing. It's up against the wall. Motor's out. Time to put the gas tanks in. These are stainless steel IMCO marine gas tanks, custom built for this project. They are 11 inches round, about 60 inches long. They mount with 2 straps, rubber coated. And I am not drilling holes in the bottom of this boat, so I'm going to show you a different way to mount these gas tanks in this boat. You know, so the 12 of you out there building drag boats this year, here's another idea of how you can do it. The rest of you, I don't know, maybe you're interested, maybe you're not, but it's a tip nonetheless. And we're giving it to you. Step 1, drill holes. Actually, that's like step 3. Step 1 is get a piece of aluminum slightly wider and longer than your mounting straps. Then step 2, drill holes. Nice use of the welding table clamps.
Works good.
Where'd you get that idea from?
I saw these little slots and I was like, hey,
Man,
I got an idea.
look at that.
Works great for this, dude.
So, myth busted. Miller welder table clamps work with Central Machinery, aka Harbor Freight drill press table. Cool. That's a valuable piece of information.
It really is.
Big day today. That is an IMCO fuel cell that I ordered from Peterson Boat Specialties. I have 2 of them. We're going to fiberglass them into the boat. It's going to be awesome. We are finally fueling the twin turbo Hemi, and one step closer to me driving this thing, and Weird Uncle Bobby maybe going tubing behind it. I don't know. Here's how we're going to do it. We're not going to drill any holes in the boat to bolt those things down. And the way they typically mount is with a strap here, cinches around the outside diameter of it. It's got 2 bolt holes right there. And yeah, could have drilled holes in the bottom of the boat and bolted them right through it, but don't want to do that because eventually those holes will leak. So what we did is we took some 1/4 inch thick aluminum plates, put studs in them. Studs are stainless steel. Roughed up the plate, put a bunch of holes in it, and then we are going to use fiberglass mat, fiberglass cloth, and Cavasil, which is, you can't see it in here. We're going to use those 3 items to stick these things and cover these things and bond them to the boat. Then our mounts will bolt in place there. So everything will be removable and these will be permanently attached into the boat hole. I know what you're thinking. You're going to fiberglass aluminum to a wooden boat, fiberglass boat. Yes, I am. Done this before on my old drag boat. It's been together like 10 years that way. So it definitely works. So one of the hurdles we've got to overcome here is that we're going to laminate these plates into the boat, and then we're going to laminate over them with mat and cloth. Now the mat is just fibrous fiberglass hairs that can spread apart pretty easily to go over the studs. The cloth, that's woven together. That won't just go over these pretty easily. So what we're going to do is we're going to punch holes in the cloth so that when we laminate this all together, we'll have a clean area around each mounting stud. So I've marked the cloth. I'm now going to use a gasket punch. Pretty sure I got that at Harbor Freight. And with a piece of wood to back it, put it on there, spin it, and just like a gasket, you get a nice clean hole. And then voila. When this is all wet with resin, it'll go right over it. And we've got a couple of pieces of rubber hose here to protect the studs, and this will be a nice smooth surface to laminate to. We're going to tag team this job. Right now, I'm going to mix the fiberglass resin and catalyst. That is what we're going to use to wet our cloth and mat. Dave is mixing a product called Gel Magic, which is similar to something called Cavasil. It's a really good epoxy. 2-part deal. You mix it basically 100 to 50. Yeah. And it doesn't sag, it doesn't drip, and it works really good at elevated temperatures. It works really good below the water line. It's just perfect. And that stuff will go on the bottom of our mounting plates on top of our first few layers of fiberglass, and then we'll go over all of it, and it'll be awesome. And I see you're mixing already, so I should start mixing.
Yeah, you might want to get on it there.
Okay. We tag team this. Worked fast too. We used our resin to coat all the holes that we drilled into the hull of the boat. There's the hole for the drain plug. So we resined all the holes to protect the wood. And then we used a combination of fiberglass resin, fiberglass cloth, and mat, and Cabasil to laminate fuel tank mounts into the bottom of the boat. Right now, Dave is working out the last of the air bubbles and wiping up any resin we might have dropped inside the boat, because the floor is beautiful. Let's not wreck it. There's a big glob right here, buddy.
Where?
Big old glob of resin right there. So we're going to use some acetone and a paper towel. We'll wipe up all the excess resin out of the boat there. And then we're going to roll it outside and let it dry in this nice Georgia sun. And celebrate our achievement, because that is one more part.
This is a big step.
Oh, dude, we have fuel tanks going permanently into the boat. That is a huge deal for us. Yeah, push this outside, have a beer. What do you think about fiberglass
Dude,
now?
I don't want to do this anymore. It's all over me. It's all over my clothes. I'm sticking to the blankets.
It's almost done.
I'm almost done.
We're gonna peel the tape now, because if we don't peel the tape before this fiberglass resin fully kicks off, we'll have to sand the tape out of the boat, which we don't want to do. But I'm happy. Everything is square. Everything looks good. There's a plane flying overhead. The sun is out. I mean, dude, stoked. It's all worked out good. One more piece of the puzzle.
I'm sticky. And I'm itching.
Yeah.
I hate fiberglass.
You got the fiberglass itchies.
Ugh.
Warm bath is the only cure. You handle that yourself, okay?
That's next Tuesday.
Oh, this thing looks so much better out in the sun. It's been a long time since we crossed anything off that board. Which
So
one?
is it under the turbo boat, or is it under Uncle Bobby's list? Here it is. Here's one. It's right here.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's not even on the turbo boat list, because I feel like
We should add
that list has been there a long time.
Ready for this?
Yeah. Sand bottom of boat.
It's sanded, smooth, painted. It's ready to go.
So the keel of the boat, the bottom of it, the part that feeds all the water into the jet pump, that's done.
That's done.
Ew.
Dude, we're going to start assembling this thing soon.
Yeah, we now can put pieces on and have them stay on. Except for the parts we have to take back off and powder coat.
Still, it's progress.
Hell yeah. We're boating this summer. It's happening. Look, more work. It's happening. It doesn't look like progress because we took the motor out of the boat. But it is. It's happening. Oh. This thing's giant. Hey, we should weigh this thing today. I don't know what it weighs with the turbos on it. We're on a science kick here this week at Finnegan's Garage. We want to know what everything weighs. What do you think this weighs? That's an all aluminum 5-inch bore space Chevy Hemi by Sonny Leonard Racing Engines. It's a Brodix aluminum block, which is cast aluminum cast aluminum hemispherical heads by Sonny Leonard. Rosso dry sump tank, stainlessheaders.com headers, precision turbos, custom elbow by my friend Aaron Sellers, and an AccuFab throttle body. What does it weigh? Go. Take it up. Okay. Clear off. Whoa, it's dangling. Survey says, ew. Ah, you know what? I forgot about all that stainless steel headers and turbos back there. I knew what it weighed before we put all that crap on there. So 742, that's what a 711 pounds. No, that's what a 711 cubic inch Sonny Leonard 5-inch bore space all aluminum motor with precision turbos weighs. There you go. I might have to cut some of this rubber out. We'll see here. Nope, I was wrong. Okay, the fiberglass obviously has built up a little bit on the plate. So we're going to use this Dremel and cutoff wheel, and I'm going to cut the fiberglass around each stud so that our mounting bracket will sit flush, flat. Here's the finished product. After a little bit of trimming right around the studs, I had to use a Dremel and a cutoff wheel to cut some of the fiberglass that had built up around the studs so that our mount can actually sit flat there and give us enough stud poking through to put a flat washer, a lock washer, and a lock nut. I could use a nylock style nut in here, but it's such a tight area and a pain in the butt to tighten down that I'd rather just put a lock washer and a standard nut on there to make installation a little easier. And there you have it. Gas tank is in place. It fits. I haven't bothered to bolt down the straps yet because I've got to make a couple of fittings and do a little bit of welding to these tanks. I'm going to weld a couple more bungs in the rear portion of the tank, and then it can go in there permanently. But at least the mounts are done. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something, and if you didn't, hopefully you stuck around to the end anyway. See you next time. Finnegan's Garage.